Hey, what's going on? My name is Anthony Gray. Welcome to another episode of Grayscale. We'll talk about painting order today. Painting order. All right. Traditionally, I can't talk today. Traditionally, you will work from the back going toward the front. Meaning, if you do a typical landscape scene, you would work your sky, then your mountains, then your foothills or cliffs or whatever, then your field, then your trees and rocks or whatever, and then whatever you want to have in the foreground. Pretty much in that order, but you work from the back to the front. This is an 11 by 14 inch canvas paper. I lightly coated it with vegetable glycerin and craft paint, white craft paint. Very traditional, very typical type of painting. Okay. All right. So I work from the, obviously, like I said, I work from the back to the front. I'm taking the smallest amount of phthalo blue right now. Just phthalo blue. Here at the top, I'll make it pretty much darker than what I would normally have, or that you would put anywhere else. Just stroking it along here, just like this. I'm going to go into a little bit of titanium white. It's the only two paints I have right now. I'm going into a little bit of that blue, putting it into the titanium white, because I just want a little tint to the, when I place the clouds in there. Now it might be a little bit blue. I'm going to hold the brush like this. I'm going to just twirl it around like so. Just press it in there, twirl it in whatever direction you feel. And that's all I'm doing. Like I say, it got a little bit of blue with it. And that's okay, because we'll highlight some of this stuff. Just twirl it around various little ways here and there. Put a little something in there like that. That looks kind of sloppy, kind of haphazard. And it's supposed to be. I'll take this guy. This one here covers a wide area. It's nothing but a Walmart mop brush or makeup brush. It's just a mop brush, synthetic hair. The cloud formations I have, which are pretty light because they're so close to the blue color. And I'm just gonna blend some of this in. Ain't nothing on that side, just the side of the filbert. And wherever you might want the highlights to be, you just tap it in there like that. And just leave it alone. You get back to it. Get some more straight titanium white. And just pop in some white highlights in there. Up around the light areas of the clouds. Wherever you might want to put it, wherever you feel the shine is going to be on some of these guys. I'm just tapping it in there. Okay. I'm cleaning off my brush because it's picking up the blue, of course. Wipe it off. Got to get a little more titanium white. You kind of tend to use, if you're doing a cloud scene, you kind of go through your titanium. I use titanium white because it's extremely opaque. Okay, that's why. Okay, see, we can brighten that right back up again. Travel it on down. All of this is, you're just tapping away. Okay. The color fades right into the background there. Now remember, your brush will get contaminated with blue. So you'll be cleaning off your brush quite often. And that's fine. And just get some more of the white and just pat it in there. Because you want to concentrate on a firm outside edge. Okay. Oh, I think that, well, nah, let's put one more in there. Something down here, like that. Just travel it around. Now remember, every time you tap, it's picking up some more of that blue underneath. Just like this. Just pat it down in there. This stuff down below will be gently blended away. Now I'm going to take another blender brush, but it will be a smaller one. It's always good to have blender brushes of various sizes. You can either tap it away, like so, very lightly, or you can scrumble it away, up to you. But I'm just going to kinda, there we go. Just blend it away. Okay, same thing here, just tap it away. You don't want to get rid of too much of the white, but you tap the rest of the way. You can make it like instant highlights and all sorts of cute stuff. You can get some of the white, travel it on, just like that. I'm just tapping things away. Bring some of that in here and just keep tapping and playing with it. Okay. So right now, just choose to tap around and play with it this way. Some of the white is on the brush itself. You can feel when it's getting kind of tacky. You can circle it around if you want. All up to you, your preference. Light taps, heavy taps, whatever suits you for your clouds. Different variety of clouds. Okay. And I'm just wiping. Now when you wipe across them, you can also blend some of your clouds into the background. Not all the clouds have to be in the same space. Very lightly though, very lightly, extremely light. You wisp a few if it's still got a little heavy on paint. And have no fear when you do these. Okay. So they're gently swaying around. Just like that. To whatever degree you find comfortable to do it. So I guess I'll put this guy right around in here somewhere. And you can have your mountains kind of any way you want to form them. I can have mine coming straight down like this. Have a little peak here. And then just. Now, I'm mainly concerned about a very strong, sharp edge on this guy. Have it go down and have him trail off here. I'll bring some of this downward. Bring some of that color down, obviously. Giving a little more of the dark here. So I can put him out here. Maybe like that. But bring some of that color downward. The size of your mountain all depends on how much of the mountain you want seen. Okay. Now obviously it's getting lighter because of the clouds that are in the back of it, but that's fine. As long as it's much darker than what you put on previous, it's okay. Clean it off the brush here. All right, I don't really need that brush too much anymore. Let's get to a 1.5 inch flat here. And what I'm gonna do is, first off, I'm gonna get some of this white, a little bit of the white or whatever, and I'm gonna crisscross right in here, right up here. You can bring some of it down if you want. You know, you can fade it downward like this first, if you prefer this way. You know, but then you just wipe back and forth, continuously wipe back and forth. The more you do it, the more it fades in. Okay. So I'm just fading it in down there. And then I get lighter as I come downward. Just lighter. Have it just fade away. Just like that. All right. color down there. And just fading rest, just like film. So, okay. So we have that established a wee bit. Just drying off the brush, going on to the next step. There's a few ways to, let's bring that in a little bit. There's a few ways to highlight your mountain. Put it right here. Okay. Now, all depending on where you got your cloud highlights at. Okay, if you have your cloud highlights on the left side, then you highlight your mountain with the highs on the left. If you have it on the right side, like these, then you put your highlights on the right. Okay. All right. Don't know if you guys can see it. The little striations there. There they are. If you guys can see that, the light catches it right. And what you can do with this, okay, now it's omnidirectional. You can pretty much go in whatever direction you feel. Okay, now I'm a lefty, so I'll handle it this way. But I'll just tap, my knife. See how they got the little dip there? Okay, here, right there. See that little dip? Okay, so my knife touches the canvas before my fingers will. And I'll just go here from the side. You'll know where it is. I'll lightly touch. Get it as close as you can to the edge of the mountain, and I'll just touch. And tap, just like this. Instant highlight. Look at that. Okay. I'll get some more color. Tap it in. And right as close as you can to the edge of your mountain, just like that. Just tap. Tap and go on down with it. Now you can tell when you don't have enough on there, because when you go to tap, nothing will show. Simple enough, right? There we go. And then I'll bring some of that down. I gotta get some more white. I'm just gathering up the color here, because you gotta gather up quite a bit to put on your knife. I'm getting a little more white marble in with this blue. Okay, get that little striation pattern going. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Okay, usually plenty of paint will do. Okay, some of it will show, some of it will not, and just tap just like that. I'm gonna keep going with it. It's a very simple way to, and each time you do this, you get, each variety that you do gives a certain look to your mountain there. I'll bring some of that right down there. Try not to drag it. Just tap to get that look. All right. Oh, a little tiny touch of a peak right there, maybe. Then right from here, have it kind of curve in like this. Maybe I'll have it meet this fella right in here, like that. The more you do these, the more you'll get accustomed to how the mountain will flow for you. Go in different directions with it. Make it very interesting. Got one down here. Let's get a little more of a there. Maybe like right around there. And I'm gonna go here. Slight little touch. Just like so. And I'll bring some of that down. Make it whiter at the base here, but I'm gonna swing some of that this way. Very effective. Just a little tap there. Just like that. As you get better with these, you can strategically really plan them out to do what you want them to do. Okay, I'll swing this one right up in here. Give it a nice little, and I'll fade all of that out right down there like that. Okay, I don't think I need much more than that. Okay. All this down in the bottom won't matter. We'll smooth all of this out right down there. So that won't matter. Got a nice little rim though. I'm gonna get a little bit of maroon going. I'm gonna take some red, alizarin crimson anyway, and some of this maroon. Get a nice deep maroon color. And I'm doing the tapping again. And once again, it's got the little striations. Now you can see it with the glare there, that darker color. Okay, just like that. We'll start from over here. And you do the same thing, but you're going in the other direction. Nice little deep color there, and you just go on around, just tap it. Don't drag, just tap. And it gives you instant crevices, instant rocks. Different gorgy looking things there. Okay, and that's all I'm doing. I'm gonna aim some toward the front so I can get some more on that tip there. Up around in here a little bit. Frame that. As you can see, turn your brush around a little bit. Much like that. Gathering my little paints and just tap in and just travel it right along. You'll get used to it. You'll get accustomed to how to do these. And remember, it's omnidirectional. You can hold your knife at any position you want that's comfortable to you, because all you're going to do is tap it in. Just frame this a little bit. I'm just framing that one mountain there, so it kind of juts out a little bit better. I'm getting some more maroon going, so that's some more I keep saying cat red. It's not cat red, guys. It's alizarin crimson and phthalo blue. Very deep color, as you can see. You just tap in, and that's all I'm doing, is tapping in the color. It makes its own little, like I say, it's omnidirectional. You go in whatever direction you feel comfortable with. Okay. And you're just tapping it in. Bring some of that in here. Don't make it one solid color. Just tap it in, let it break. Just tapping in the color. You'll know when you don't have none, like I said, because it won't show. Just like that. And remember, step back, look at your mountain. Look at the formation. Is it getting there like you want it to? Just like so. Bring some of that dark up in there in that light area. Okay, you got a very imposing mountain so far. I'm gonna tease a little bit of dark right in there too. Just a little bit right up in there and down below. Don't worry about all this down here. It'll be faded away. But that's quite a mountain there. All right, I think that's enough playing around with that. All right. Let's start to fade some of that. A couple of ways you can also do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this flat brush and I'm going to use, look at my hand. I'm not going to use all of it, just the corner, and just tap. All right, so it looks just like that. Just tap it a little bit. Now before you get into the white area, so let's do all the dark first. Just like that, just tap it in pretty high there. Just tap some of it in, just like that. I'm gonna wipe off my brush real fast. I'll turn it around if I have to. And we'll do the same thing for the bright area. Just tap it in a little bit. And you'll see why I'm doing this. Tap it up in here too. Just a couple of taps like that. Wipe off my brush. A couple of playful little taps in here. Not all the way up. Go from the bottom and go upward into the mountain. Go way down below. Because you're going to pick up some of that white in there. Way down below. Way down below. Go on up. But now you see the direction everything's taking. Just like that. Way down below there. Okay. Now, all the strokes I just made down here, no problem. It goes away. Because remember, you still got that wet paint down there. mix in with the white. Series of X strokes. You can just lightly get rid of all of that. That's okay. Just get rid of it. But here, X strokes, series of X strokes. Fade all that away. Very lightly as you go up into the mountain, very lightly. You just want to blur it a little bit. Just like that. Because not all of it will be seen crystal clear like that. Okay, just like so. All right, I'll take a little bit of white, just a little tiny bit of white, tiny bit of white. I'll put it up in here just to brighten up some areas and clean up some stuff and make it a little more misty down here. Just like that. Series of whites, X strokes rather, just like that. Put one more down here. The reason why I'm going down below because I can fade it upward and loosen up those strokes a little bit as it goes upward. But now you got instant little bit of a hint of mist, but it's not overbearing. All right, just like that. And plus it cleans up this stuff down there because you don't know what you're gonna have. There, okay. So you got this little area, pretty clear. All right, and you can only do this when it's a little wet. All right, or at least tacky. You can still move it a little darker. And we're just doing the impression of some trees here. Just an impression of them. I'll hold my brush a little further back. And almost half into the base of the mountain, about right here. Okay, and I'm just dragging down like this. Okay. Some come a little higher, some a little lower. Okay. But just try to keep it as straight as you can. Just like that. Some, like I say, some go a little bit higher. I gotta put my hand toward the, I gotta switch hands. Cause you still want the trees to be a little recognizable as trees. So I'm gonna straighten that out up here a little bit. Then I'll just going back like that. Some a little higher, put some gaps in between them. I'm turning my brush around here. Sorry, my fist was in the way a little bit. Just like so. Okay, now that I've pretty much established what I want for trees, just darkening them a little bit. I'll take the same brush, I'll just press and go downward a little bit like this. Into the trees themselves, I'm pressing, turn my brush around. And it's a good way to get rid of a lot of paint. I'm just pressing going down like that. There's a reason that I'm doing very lightly, I'll fade them downward. Just like this, little X strokes left and right. Now I'll tighten this up too. Don't be so heavy-handed getting closer to the trees. Okay, very light touch there, light blending up here towards the trees. Just like that. Now I can see that my paint's getting a little thin, little dry down on the bottom, which is fine. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the mountain. I'm going down below, just getting titanium white, going down below, just like that. Then X strokes, and slowly go upward. X stroke, and slowly move that upward, move it upward, just like that. Bring some of that white up in there like this. And just series of X strokes, smooth it out. And I'm just taking the white that I have down below and I'm moving it upward, gently moving it upward. Going down here, get a little more. You can vary the amount of fog or whatnot, all depends. And this is why I use titanium white. You see how it's thick paint. If it's a little green on one spot, it's all right. Do one of those numbers. You can whiten it red up. There you go. And I'm concentrating on red now on one side. Then I'm gonna leave it, go somewhere else if I have to. Just a series of X strokes, simple X strokes like that. And now you're establishing more depth. Okay, with trees back there. All right. Okay. I guess I can do it like this. Like that. then we'll establish. This is just a flat brush. I'll establish some trees here. Now the way I like my trees, a little more body in the middle of them. Okay. Actually, I'm using the wrong brush for this, to be honest with you. And then get a little bit of a hill here. I'm gonna tighten that up because I don't like the way that looks already. And no medium, just all paint. And we're gonna tighten things back up here, going with the same tree. Okay, there we go. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. And we'll get some. Come down here a little bit, and we'll put one right here, right in here. So we're gonna slap another tree in there like this, just like that. Don't forget, you got the darken that up a little bit. You got the woods back there. So I'm establishing a little bit of land here. Have it go up a little bit like that. Okay. We'll put a taller one here. That's all we're doing. We don't want to get rid of, obviously, all that fog and stuff you put in there, right? Because that would be just a waste. True? Yeah, I thought so. We'll put one right up in here. Like, we'll put one right here. We'll put one right here. He's a little crooked. Just like this. Remember, you got to establish it's a little darker. Okay, just like that. And we'll bring some of that down a little bit here. So I'm just establishing a little bit of darkness using the flat of the brush here. Just like so. Get some land mass going here. Just like that. Okay, something like so. Clean off the brush. I'm gonna get a little bit of titanium white, put it on my brush here. I'm gonna dance some of this color into that dark green mix I had before, so I can do a little bit of highlighting on those trees. Bring some of that around in there like that. I don't have to have too much lighting on those trees because they're not really the center point of anything. But just a few touches of, just to let you know that they're around. Just like that. A little something something over there peeking through. Got one more tree here. Right here on the side, just using the end of the brush. And just getting some interesting patterns. You're not getting rid of all of your darks, don't do that. And using the same green, I can just put a little bit of land back here. Just tap in the little highlights there. I'll hold the brush a little flatter so it can look a little like grass. Just like that. Some wild grass growing back there. I'm gonna go a little bit brighter. Something like that there. Nice wild wilderness looking grass, nothing all manicured or anything like that. Try not to drag this. A lot of taps. You guys are gonna be calling me Mr. Tap pretty soon. But that's basically what it is, just a series of taps. It's like that. Alright. So we got a little of that happening. No problem, no fuss, no muss. You still got some of your fog back there. Okay, some of your trees back there. Everything establishing a little bit of distance back in the back. Okay, alrighty then. Okay, let's do something else while I'm thinking about it. And I got some of this dark color, so I guess we'll pop in a couple of rocks of some sort. We'll add some boulders in here like that. Remember, you just want interesting shapes. Okay, just like that, and bring it on around like so. Remember, you're working everything from the back towards the front. Okay, we'll put one with some height on it right around in here. And we'll kind of, hold on, gotta get some more maroon and some more blue. Get that nice and deep color, a little more red there. We're gonna do it again. There we go. Establish these guys are in the front. We gotta make them pretty dark and larger. Just like that. So we got some nice rocks going on here. We'll darken some of that out too. Gotta add a little more red. I'm just mixing the red and the blue together, make a nice deep maroon color. Cause I want to really there, like that. Put them right up in there. Make them fairly dark. You don't want them to exactly blend into the grass over there. But just like that, some rock play happening. Just like that, okay? I can just scrumble the rest of this in, it don't matter. Just mix it in with the white down there. So I'm just getting rid of some of that there. Just like that, okay? It's gonna be fairly the darkest over here. I can actually get some red and just mix the red in there. Or the alizarin crimson there. Still red. Get it kind of purpley looking, but it's okay, just like that. And we wipe that back and forth, blend it right in there with the rocks a little bit. It's all right. Just like that. So let's aim down. And here we go. We're gonna take some of this color and we're just gonna establish some little bit of rocks in here. Coming on down a little bit. Just like that. Put it right in there. Tap some of those highlights in there, bring it down a little bit. Bring them up top. Scrape some of that off. Use it over here. You don't want to get rid of all of your darks, of course. And whatever height you would like your rocks is entirely up to you. You know, how far you want to go down with them. Okay. Now you may not see it too well because of the glare of my lights or the windows there. But it's okay. We're just going to establish, like I say, some rock formations here. And when I highlight them, it'll be that much easier because the paint that's on it here is going to grab the bright paint. Okay. Let's get some of that on the other side. Use that. There we go. Just like that. Now it'll make a lot more sense once I add some of the highlights to it. We just got a little bunch of rocks playing around in here. It's gonna look like rocks in a second, trust me. Okay, enough of that. Let's take some pure titanium white here, and we're going to glide some of this nice color right on top of that texture, right about right here. Look at this. Look. See how easy that is? See how it's catching? That's all you need to do. And we'll put some up here. Just like that. And have it travel a little bit up around in here. And it's picking up off, it's being lifted by the paint that I just previously put there. Okay. I gotta switch my hand around. And I'm just playing around with the white paint, just pure titanium white right now. It is catching off the tops. Switching my hand. And I'm keeping it generally on the right hand side. Very simple process here. Get a little more of the white paint, a couple of touches, really highlight There we go. Let's bring this one down a little bit more. Down there. I think we're good here. But you got some rocks happening. Okay. If in case you need a little more darkness in your rocks, see that also. Because really you need something pretty dark. And just in case, you know, you want to establish maybe a gap in between some of these guys. Go back over it a little dark on a couple of them here. Just like that. And you grab some more dark paint. And, you know, you want to establish, especially down below if it's a little too light, it's okay. You're just establishing a little bit of dark patch here and there. Just to separate it a little bit, especially down below. But you're going to have another object right in here anyway, so it's okay. Grass texture. Okay, so right down below, we didn't move. Right down below, establish some nice grass right in here. We'll highlight this stuff right now. We just want to kind of plant it with that grass right in here. Just like that. We'll highlight later. Put it right in there. Just establish a nice base color of a brighter green right in here, like that. Okay. I got a little bit of white. I don't think it's going to amount to much. I need to put more white on it, but we'll see right now. Nah, this'll work. That'll work. Just like that. And you don't have to add the highlights everywhere. Just bits and pieces of it. Just like that. Just like so. Just like that. Fan brush. Let's take a little bit of that. Take a little bit of both, mix them in there. Ooh, very nice, very nice. I like that already. That only took a second. Watch this. You guys ready? Watch this. Look at that for dark. Now that's establishing your depth. Just like that. Establishing some of that dark. Especially down here on the bottom by the tape. Okay. That is nice. A little bit behind these rocks here. There. Still didn't get rid of my highlights. But this is what I'm looking for right there. That's a lot better. Okay. And you still got highlight. Very nice. Very open. The painting is so far. As a matter of fact, I can technically keep it like this without adding a giant tree. To be honest with you. Not every painting needs a big old tree. And I might not need a tree in this. I'm deciding right now as I'm looking at this. We'll draw this picture, painting back a little bit, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's bring it up. But see the openness here? I don't think we need a tree of any kind. I think I can just pretty much keep it really open, quite frankly. I don't think that's really too bad to do. To keep the tree, keep the painting open. If I want something big in the foreground, okay, I can either go from this side or go from this side to establish something in the foreground. I think I'll balance it out and have something huge in the foreground right here. So I'll establish this big fella right here. So I'll just bring him. Watch this. See how easy this is going to be. I'll establish this big guy right in here. So now I'm going to take that boulder. Okay. Put some dark in there with him. Accentuate some more of that dark. And incorporate this big fella. You'll never know that he was part of this little crowd here. Okay. There. So we just smoothed them out. All right. That was alizarin crimson and phthalo green. It gives me such a beautiful deep dark like that. Okay. I'll take my little palette knife. I'm gonna play around with some of that dark green mix too. I'm gonna marble in some white in there. Yeah, I didn't have enough white, so I'm putting some more in there. All right. Okay. So I'll get a little bit of white. get some of this nice dark that I just conjured up. I'm gonna put it right in there with that white, marble it up a wee bit. Gives me a nice looking gray. Okay, and watch this. I'm gonna add it right in there just like it's always been there. Ready, set, and here we go. And slight little touch there. Add that white right in there. Add it, include it right in there like that. And this fella right down here on the bottom. Get some more. Put it right up in there like that. Just like so. Bring some of that white in it out a little bit like there. See? Now I'll just incorporate that giant right in there like he's always been there. Okay. And we all know the real secret. He's never been there. Pop a little dark in there. Just like that. And a little bit of that dark in there. Just like that. Let's give him a wee bit of a pure white. And I'll touch off some bright white in there just on the front end. No, but bright white. Bright titanium white right there. Give him a little ledge here. A little something right there. Play around in. Get some more. Just brighten up this. Right up on the top. Curve it around a little bit like that. Give him a little shape. Alright, now we got the giant rock. So it kind of evens out that mountain. Alright. Okay. Let's pull back. Raise it up a little bit. Pull back some more. I think we're good right about here. All right, that's all I needed. Okay, now we're good. Now I can rest at night now. Get a little bit of water. Put my name on it. If you like what you see, give me a comment down below. If you like the channel, subscribe, click the bell. That will help. Throw my initials in here real fast. There. All right. And that should be the end of that. I hope you guys liked this little presentation. Hope it helped you out. And all that good stuff. Let me know. Good, bad, or indifferent. Love to hear from you. My YouTube channel should have been across here already. Okay, down at the bottom. And there you go. I'll take a quick picture of it, post it up there. Get some kind of name for it. I don't know what yet. But thank you very much for watching. I enjoy doing this for you. If any comments or whatnot, let me know. And until next time, take it easy. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.